We're going to work through exercise 614, the link, which is this project right here. This is by far the most challenging assignment or project that we've done in AgTech thus far. I would strongly encourage you to try drawing this on your own first before watching the rest of the video. So what we're going to do, I've already put this in here, we're going to start by drawing, a couple of circles. We're going to draw this one here, we're going to draw this one here. Now I'm going to turn on for OSNAP center so I can snap to that, and you'll see why in just a minute. So this one right here says we have a diameter of 0.63. So I'm going to use a circle tool, anchored on 0, enter, diameter 0.63. Okay, and then I'm going to do a circle around this one that has a radius of 0.81. So circle, I anchored at 0, enter, a radius this time of 0.81. Okay, so I've got this part and I've got this part. Now I need to do the same thing on this end. And I could go down and I could draw these again, or I could highlight these, do copy, snap to the center here. You can see when I get close to an edge it snaps. Click, 6, enter, and then we'll drag it out to the right and hit enter. So now I've just drawn these two sides. Next I'm going to go ahead and draw this line in here so I can use tangent to curves. So curve, line, tangent to curves. Click here, and then I'm going to do that same thing again for the top. Click here, and click here. Okay, so I've just drawn the bottom. I'm going to do some trimming later. I'll do it all together. You could do it now if you wanted and get rid of these. So next I need to draw this little groove and this arm right here, which is the most challenging part of this. I'm going to use a couple of guidelines for this. Okay? If we look at our plan right here, it tells us that the radius of this arc is 3.88 inches. Now we could draw an arc in there and then figure out the degrees. Here's what I think is easiest. I'm going to draw a line, and here's where having OSNAP center on comes in handy because I want to snap to the middle of that. And I'm going to draw a line that's 3.88 inches long. Okay, so 3.88, enter, click, and then I'm going to do one going the other direction to the left. Same thing, 3.88, enter, click, enter. And now what I'm going to do is rotate those into position so that I can draw this center line arc that it has drawn right here. So I'll click on this one, command is rotate, enter. Center of rotation is going to be right here. Angle of rotation is going to be right here. Type 30 degrees, enter. And I've just made this line, this imaginary line that they've drawn right here. Now I'm going to do the same thing for this one, only I need to go up 15 degrees. So I'll highlight it, rotate, click on center of rotation, click on the other end. Now this time to go up, if I just type 15, it's going to go downward, so I need to go negative 15. Okay, and I have my two guidelines right here that are drawn right here and this one right here. Next I'm going to add this center line arc in here. So I'm going to use the arc tool. And again, I'm still on my guideline layer. I'll go from here to there. Okay. Now this is what's going to form the guide so that I can do this slot right here and the rest of this arm out and around here. So there's a few ways I could do this, but here's what I think is easiest. I'm going to make sure that my black layer is active, so I'm back to drawing on my original layer. I'm going to select it, and I'm going to use the command offset. OFF, SET, enter. I want to go up here and click on both sides. And for cap, I'm going to click on cap, and I want round, because this right here, as we can see, is rounded. Now if we look right here, the diameter of this curve is 1/2 an inch, 0.5. I need to split the difference, which means I'm going to go out 0.25 inches on both sides. So 0.25, enter. Okay, and then when I drag that outward, you can see it puts or draws this curve right here. Now I need to do the same thing again, only this time with a radius of 0.75. So I'm going to go out 0.75 inches. So I'll select this, offset. Now the one thing, I do have to click both sides each time I want to use it, is it does not default to doing that again. But cap should still be round. So both sides, enter. This time my distance is going to be 0.75, enter. You can see it's much bigger, and I'm going to drag that out. Now that I'm done with my guidelines, I can turn that layer off, and I'm left with this right here. So what I need to do is do some trimming to get rid of the stuff that I don't want. So I'll highlight all of that, trim, and get rid of this part, get rid of this, that line that goes through there, and that bottom part right there. Okay. Now, since I have it all highlighted, I'm going to hit enter and I'm going to join it so that it's all in one. Last thing I need to do is add these curves right here. Easiest way to do that is with the fillet command. F-I-L-L-E-T. Okay, this one has a radius of 0.75. So click on radius, 0.75, enter, and click on either side of the curve. So right here and right there. And it adds that, and you can see that matches now. I'm going to hit enter again to do fillet again, only this time we need a radius of 1.5. So click on radius, type 1.5, enter. Click down here, click up there, and now that matches. In your directions, it tells you that you can extrude the planar curve straight. You're welcome to do that, but you don't need to. So there is exercise 614, the link.